Happy Friday and welcome to the weekly recap. Maddie, this is episode, I think it's 89. Yeah, it is 89. How you
Yeah, it
doing today?
is. I'm doing well, Rick. I am getting a bit cold, but other than that, I think I'm good. Not as busy as you though. You are in Latin America for Veeam forums.
Yeah,
How is it going in there?
well, it's very early right now. It is 5:53 in the morning. We just finished yesterday the Veeam Forum in Argentina, and then we're heading over to Brazil to Sao Paulo to do tomorrow. We're going to do the other one in Sao Paulo. Last week there was the ones in Colombia and Mexico. You're getting a little bit cold. I'm getting so tired. This travel is beating me up. I'm telling you. I'm running out of gas. But
Yeah, I can imagine you've been traveling for the past month quite a lot from one
yes,
corner of the world to the
yes,
other. So yeah, that's
yes,
a bit
yeah.
too much, huh?
It even by my I'm hitting my limit though. I do have pretty easy next couple of weeks, which I'm looking forward to. But no doubt the community has still been busy, and so again, we got to call it Maddie's Picks. So we have Maddie's Picks, and we have a. I don't know if we've ever featured Scott on the recap, but
I don't
Scott is
think
sharing some
so.
PowerShell. Yeah, some good stuff. What did you like
Yes.
here?
Well, first of all, welcome to the community, Scott. He's been quite active in the community. I know he used to be quite active in the forums. He is probably still active in there, but now he's also focusing on the community, and that's really great. In this specific article, he's talking about some of the Veeam PowerShell commands that he's using, obviously, to make his work easier. One of the script, I believe, is for finding index jobs. The other one is listing all VM backup sizes. And then what I liked is that, as you can see, there's engagement and there Matt, that is a Veeam employee. He's also adding a link to GitHub with a
Oh yeah.
PowerShell script to retrieve a summary of all existing Veeam backup restore points. So that is great contribution, I think. So it's like also like people can go further and click on Matt's link as well, and there's a great combination of scripts in there.
Yeah, I think this is great. In fact, one thing I'll highlight to everyone is the PowerShell implementations by Veeam are easier than you think. In fact, I had to do something this week, Maddie, where I had to demo Veeam with PowerShell. And I was like, oh, I haven't done this in years, but it was actually so easy to do. I should actually share my scripts now that I think about it on the community
Yes, you
hub. So
should.
yeah, I probably will. Probably will.
I do
So
remember you had a conversation with Maurice, one of our vanguard, about the PowerShell commands, right?
yeah, and then I went and used his chocolatey toolkit as well, his GitHub box starter on GitHub. So yeah, this type of automation, if you're interested in it, everyone, it's easier than you'd think. Nico's back with part four of the
No,
offline.
there are actually three parts: part
Yeah,
two, part three, and part four. And yeah, if everyone remembers, like 2 weeks ago, Nico shared an article where he was talking about how important is the 32110 rule when actually creating a good backup solution for the customer. And he's discussing in detail the second one in the rule, and he's using as a use case offline backup using rotating USB disks. And as he promised, he said two one more part, I think, but then he comes back with three more parts, which is actually great. In here, he talks about limitations and how it works with Windows Server repositories, how it works with Linux or shared folder repositories, and then how to enable a repository to use the rotated mechanism. So I think it's such a great, well, article in four
a
parts.
series. Yeah, it's a great
Yeah,
series. And
yeah.
this part right here, this, using the backed rotated drives, this is something that doesn't happen often, but when you do, you really need a good context for it. So, in fact, I was talking with some customers and partners just yesterday, about all the different options for the 3-2-1 rule, and we get into this one, and it is kind of complicated. So Nico, thank you so much for sharing your great perspective here. This is great.
Thank you, Nico.
And Wolfgang is back with the quick tips here. Showing the latest file version only. This is actually a pretty cool thing. I don't have a bigger zoom in, but basically if you can see if the latest file version in Enterprise Manager is being restored, that's actually pretty handy.
Yes, and if you go to the link he shared from the forums as well, there's a good conversation in there. We have as well Anton stepping in and giving some explanation. And I think the issue was reproduced by the team, by Veeam team, and then they fixed it in the latest patch for V11A. So there's great information in here as well.
Yeah, exactly, right here. Igor and the QA team actually just verified that it something is wrong. Yeah, we found a bug. That's right. But the short answer here is that Wolfgang explains how it behaves. So that's a good catch. You know, Wolfgang, this is a great kind of low-level find. So thank you so much for finding and sharing that and reporting it back to the forums to get it corrected.
I always like when, people get to read something in the forums and then they bring it as well in the community hub, because, we have like people that are active only on the forums, other people that are active in the community. So it is great to do that. It's great to share it in both parts, both properties.
Indeed, especially because the R&D forums, when it comes to driving something to be corrected in the product, that's a lot more overseen by the product management team. So good shout there, Vino. Thank you again. Okay, now this is not a content, this is special department. So I'm not breaking the rule, but there was a pretty cool webinar that was delivered just this week by Sander, who's a Vanguard and Rin on our team.
Yes, and then I think Jay Gundotra from eNow Software was as well invited in this webinar, and I think it was on the 13th of September, but there is a recording available on demand, so you can just go and actually we can just do that now, Rick, right?
Yeah, exactly,
we can just
right.
show.
I have the webinar here. I'll put the link in, but they walk through a couple of different things where they talk about just basically sometimes even, what is the service and how do I need to keep it available? But this is very educational about Microsoft 365 in general and what we need to know about it. Sanders a Vanguard. He specializes a lot in Microsoft 365, and Corinne's on the Veeam product strategy team. So I really like what what they've put together here. And the funny thing is, Maddie, is like, Veeam and eNow aren't really a partner officially because we don't really have a overlap or anything, but we have just aligned here in the community and done these types of things, and this actually works really well. So you can check out the replay. I'll put the link up in the post, but this is a post from Sander. Thanks for sharing. And actually, I guess that would be Sander's first post here in the community. So thank you for sharing that, and thank you for doing that webinar.
Thank you, Sander.
Last one, Joe with the Code Cloud. What is Code Cloud, Maddie?
Well, I think Joe let us know that in the week of 19th to 25th of September, is that next, I believe that's next week, right? The Code Cloud has a free week. All premium courses and labs are 100% free for the whole week. So I would say just,
there it is.
Yeah, just go ahead and don't miss the chance. I think it's a good share from Joe in here.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not a coder, but if you need to try anything next week for free, looks like it has some. Now this is actually pretty cool. Terraform Associates, so that's interesting. Terraform course, because like I've been very interested in that. That you can even go into Docker certified associate courses or basic Linux Foundation again. So that's actually pretty cool. So That is actually worth checking out. I'm going to give you a like for that one, Joe. That's good. So thank you. But there's always more, Maddie. Thank you for that, Joe. We also have the next part of special department news, the Who's New. Now, we don't have a lot this week, but I was really shocked, Maddie. We had a lot of really interesting usernames, small but mighty group, and big welcome to the 41. And our coolest usernames are Hacker1. We all love a good hacker. Little J, Slowpoke 47, which was really one of my favorites. We like Laverick, which is kind of funny because I just watched the new Top Gun Maverick movie, so that's fresh off my mind. And then I don't even know how to pronounce that one.
I think it's Classic Carade.
But it's just cool.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, K LASIK Arcade. I don't know. The classic. Oh,
Classic Arcade.
It's almost like Classic Arcade, maybe.
Yes.
We'll see. You have to let us know.
He should confirm it with us how you pronounce it. But it's a cool name, no matter what.
Yeah, big welcome to everyone else as well. But no, that's fun stuff. I love seeing what these usernames are, Maddie. It's kind of funny. We actually, I go in there and process every day or so the new usernames because I'm looking for our employees because we have to mark them a certain way. But it's like every now and then you just see some interesting things. So big welcome, everyone. So thanks so much, Maddie, for preparing. Guys, I'm telling you, she prepares all this. I just kind of push record. So.
That's amazing. That's really great. I enjoy doing that because I have the opportunity to actually read the articles and learn new things, and that's all about what it is. That's why people are sharing in there for the community to read it, and it's great to do that. So
awesome. Well, thanks everyone, and we'll put links in the notes to all the special department and the shared content. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.